Hi everybody, welcome to V Project UK. In today's video we are talking wheels. In the first of our wash series of videos we're going to be going through the products, methods and techniques and protection you would use to keep your wheels looking good most of the time. For a lot of people wheels are an absolute nightmare, but in today's video we'll hopefully show you that it doesn't have to be. So let's start the video. So in this video we're going to cover two main things. The first thing is the best products, methods and techniques to use to clean your wheels, and the second thing going forward is how to protect them properly so that in the future they're much easier to clean and maintain, and also effectively have some sort of self-cleaning element where things won't stick to your wheels, making them much easier to clean. But before we start, I just want to talk about the main reasons why people find their wheels so hard to clean. We'll talk about that now. So, why do some people find wheels a nightmare to clean? Well, your wheels when you're driving get quite hot. When you brake, ferrous particles or brake dust fly off of your brake pads and they basically stick to the surface of your wheel. They're so hot they literally just mould and bond to the surface. What will happen over time as you're driving is that brake dust and ferrous particles build and build and build, and eventually they'll just bake onto the surface as your wheel's getting hotter as you drive. So it's really important you maintain your wheels and have some sort of protection to make it much easier to clean. If you leave the brake dust on there too long, it actually etches into the clear coat and it will actually cause damage to the clear coat. So it's quite important to maintain and protect your wheels. And we're going to be going through all those products now. So when you're maintaining your vehicle, the wheels should always be the first thing that you clean. And also never ever ever mix any products that you use for your wheels onto your paintwork. So your pads, your brushes, anything you might use, wheels only, and only use them for the wheels, because the brake dust can be quite corrosive and you don't want to introduce that onto your wheel surface itself. Now we've said that, let's get on with the products. So the first thing you want to do is clean your tyres. These will have the most dirt and gunk on them. Now usually a car shampoo won't be strong enough to clean this. You actually need some sort of degreaser. What we use is Meguiars Super Degreaser. It's really strong, can be diluted to various ratios and has great cleaning power. So what you would do, dilute it to your required dilution. We go 1 to 6.5, which gives us a really good cleaning, and you just spray this directly onto your wheels. Now you can leave this to dwell a while. However, you can also, just using a stiff wheel tyre brush, just give it a wash straight away, and this will cut through all the grease, all the grime, which a car shampoo won't do. So, next thing to clean is the actual face of the wheel itself. We're not going to be going through the barrel. Normally, if you want to clean the barrel, you would have some sort of wheel woolly brush similar to these. Get them in soapy water and go into the barrel itself, cleaning them. But today, we're just going to concentrate on the face of the wheel itself. Now, if your wheels are really, really dirty, you would need to use some sort of wheel cleaner like Imperial from AutoFinesse. Wheel cleaners are normally very strong, so if your wheels are maintained like these ones are, you don't always need to use a very strong wheel cleaner. However, if you've got braked on dust, then you probably will. However, for us, a car shampoo for the actual wheel face itself will be sufficient. Now, using a detailing brush, just agitate the dirt off the surface and give it a good clean. These brushes are really soft, they don't cause scratches, and they'll give your wheels a really good clean as well. And also give the brake calipers a quick clean as well. These ones are actually protected, which makes cleaning much easier, and actually the brake dust tends not to stick to it because they're protected. Once that's done, we'll give them a quick rinse. Now what we're going to do, just to make sure, is get some more shampoo on there, and just using a microfiber mitt, just give them a quick wash with a mitt, just to make sure that all of the dirt is actually off the wheel. At the end of this video, we'll leave a list of products that we use during this video, if you're interested in seeing what we use. And once again, we'll give them a quick rinse. Now what we'll do is give the wheels a quick dry using a microfiber towel. These microfiber towels are quite absorbent, so they should absorb the water fairly quickly. However, if you've got some sort of dryer, a blower, you can also use that just to get the water out of all the nooks and crevices, which will actually speed up the drying process as well. So there you go, your wheels are now clean by using shampoo. However, what we're going to talk about now is a chemical decontamination stage, just to get them even cleaner. And especially if you're going to add some sort of protection, chemical decontamination is vitally important. So we'll talk about that now. So even though we've cleaned the wheel with the shampoo, there's still going to be bonded contamination on your wheel which we need to clean, especially if we're going to add some sort of protection. The cleaner you get your wheels, the better the wax, sealant or ceramic will actually bond to the wheel itself and give you much better protection. So there's going to be two stages. We've got a chemical decontamination and a physical decontamination, and we'll talk about the chemical now. So the first thing you want to do is use a product such as Gyeon TAR to remove any tar spots that you might have on your vehicle. These are fairly clean. I'm not sure there is any tar on these at the moment because they're protected. However, I'll demonstrate this product to show you just how to use it and how it works. It's pH neutral, it's safe for wax sealant ceramic, so it won't affect anything you might have on there already, but it's highly effective at removing tar. So this will be your next stage. Literally, Just spray this liberally onto the surface and let it dwell for a few minutes. And basically any tar that you might have on your wheel will just dissolve, allowing you to wipe it away. If you don't want to wipe it away, you can also rinse this away, and it will actually rinse away very, very easily. However, if you do have any tar spots, it's best just to wipe them away gently before you rinse the actual product off. Now, I can see from this wheel there's actually no tar spots, so we're going to rinse it away now and move on to the second stage of chemical decontamination. Before we move on to the next stage, again, we want to just dry the wheel quickly to make sure that we're not diluting the product when we spray it onto the wheel. And it will actually work much, much, much better. Okay, so the next stage is iron decontamination. This is where you'll really see the product working. As mentioned before, when you brake, ferrous particles or brake dust will fly off and stick to your wheel. Even though the wheels look fairly clean, there's going to be loads of iron contamination on the actual wheel itself. And what we would use is something like Iron X from CarPro. Again, pH neutral, powerful at removing iron contamination, but again, it won't damage any wax, sealant or ceramic that you might have on your wheels at the moment. So it's super tough on the iron, but super safe for any finishes you might have. Now, just the detailer's top tip. A lot of people use this as a wheel cleaner. This is not a wheel cleaner, it's an iron remover. So people will spray this on, scrub away, and there'll still be loads of brake dust left on their wheel, and they'll think, oh, that product wasn't very good. But this is not designed to be a wheel cleaner, so you should not use it as such. If you need to clean your wheels because they have heavy contamination, then you should use a dedicated wheel cleaner, such as Imperial from AutoFinesse, and that will clean much, much better. So, in terms of this product, what you would do, give it a good shake, and just spray liberally onto the surface. Now, any bonded iron filaments will basically start to melt, and as you see this product working, it will actually turn purple, showing you that it's actually removing the iron. We'll give this a few minutes and we'll come back to see exactly what the results were. So do not let Iron X dry onto your wheel, but you can see all the purple bleeding where the actual product has dissolved all of the iron particles that were bonded to the wheel and has literally just melted them away. When you rinse this away, it won't leave any residue, and it will leave a nice clean surface, which we'll show now. We'll just rinse it all away, show how easily it rinses. If you've never used an iron remover before, you will see once you rinse it away just how much smoother your wheels actually feel, because it's literally melted away all the iron filaments that were literally melted onto the surface of the wheel. What we'll do now is just give them another quick dry, just to make sure that the wheels are now nice and clean. And they do just feel so much smoother already. So, the moral of the story is that the cleaner you get your wheels, the better any protection you add will actually last, because it will just bond better to the actual surface of the wheel itself and not the actual contamination. So what we'll do, we'll just quickly wipe the tyres down as well. So, to clean your wheels even further in preparation for adding some sort of protection, we're going to go in with the physical decontamination. What does that mean? Basically, we're going to use a clay bar, something similar to this clay from Bilt Hamber, which is a medium grade finish restorer clay, or something like a clay bar from AutoFinesse, which is a bit finer. When you're cleaning your wheels, you basically need to gauge the best product to use in terms of getting the best finish for you. Because these wheels have been previously protected and there's not much surface contamination on there, i.e. there's not much baked on brake dust, for us the fine clay today will be fine. So we'll use this product and I'll show you how. What you need to do is just get a small amount of clay and just knead it in your hands until you've got like a nice sort of disc shape which you can use on the wheel itself. Now, to use this, you'll also need some sort of lubrication, because otherwise you will just scratch the surface. So you'll need some sort of clay lube, something similar to this from AutoFinesse, which is Glide, and this will just give you the lubrication to minimize any scratches and damage that you would cause if you don't use any lubrication and just use the clay by itself. So something like this will be fine for us, and as you can see, hopefully the clay at the moment is very, very clean. And we'll show you, even though we've gone through the wash and the chemical decontamination, how much dirt might still be present on the surface of your wheel. So we'll do that now. Make sure you apply this lube liberally so you've got good lubrication across the wheel. And just start in one place and work your way around. Again, very similar to the iron remover, you may be amazed at just how much dirt is still actually present and bonded on the surface of the wheel, which the clay will remove. Now, just having done this section, look how much dirt there is. So what you would do with the clay, you can still keep using the same clay, just knead it and fold it over and continue claying the wheel. See how much dirt has come off the wheel. Now, the actual clay lube can simply be wiped off the surface of the vehicle or your wheel without leaving any residue behind. And now we have a super clean surface ready to accept any protection such as a wax, a sealant or a ceramic which you might want to add. In today's video we're now going to add a ceramic coating to this wheel, and what we're going to do is use Gyeon Rim, which is a dedicated wheel ceramic coating designed to withstand temperatures up to 800 degrees Celsius, and we'll go through that now. So, even though we've gone through the wash stage, the chemical decontamination and the physical decontamination, the moral of the story is the cleaner you get your wheel, the better the ceramic coat is going to bond to the surface of that wheel and the coating won't fail. So to make sure we get any remaining oils and polishes and waxes off the surface of the wheel, you would use a product like Gyeon Prep, which is basically a final cleaner to make sure everything's taken off. Spray and wipe, and I'll show you that now. This contains IPA, isopropyl alcohol, and also degreasers, just to give your wheel that final clean. Just flip your towel regularly as well, just to make sure you've got a clean surface that you're actually using. Okay, now the wheel is clean and ready to accept a ceramic coat. So we'll go through that now. So when you get your ceramic coat, such as Gyeon Rim, this is designed to withstand temperatures up to 800 degrees Celsius and is a wheel specific ceramic coat. Once applied, it will make your maintenance of your wheel much easier. In the pack, you will also get some applicator blocks like this one, and you should also get some suede applicator cloths like this. And the idea is that you basically wrap the suede applicator over the block. You will then get your ceramic coating, apply it to the suede applicator cloth, and apply the coating in a nice thin even film across your wheel. Now, even though these wheels are not that intricate, these blocks can be a bit cumbersome, so what we prefer to use here is these small microfiber applicator pads, which makes getting into the intricate areas much easier. Now, another top tip for you: when you get your ceramic coating, it will have some sort of plastic applicator on the top like this. What we like to do is remove that, and instead what we would do is use a pipette to get the product from the actual ceramic bottle itself, because it makes application much cleaner, and we'll show you that in a second. Another top tip for you: whenever you get your ceramic, always make sure you wipe the top, because by the very nature of the product, it's designed to dry into hard coating, and sometimes you can get those crystals on the thread, and if you get that onto your applicator pad, what will happen is you will just cause scratching on your wheel. So you need to make sure you give that a quick wipe. So let's demonstrate the product now. So what we're going to do is just take some product using the pipette. You want to get a nice application of the product onto your applicator pad, and apply a nice thin even coating to the wheel. Now, if it's going on too dry, you haven't got enough product on your pad. If it's going on and dripping, then you've got too much. You basically want a nice, even, thin film application on the wheel. And also try, where possible, not to lift the pad off the wheel, because what will happen is that you will get excess product in those areas and you risk getting high spots. So when it dries, it won't dry into a nice, even film. Now, Gyeon Rim flashes quite quickly, so if you have intricate wheels, what you would need to do is actually divide your wheel into sections before wiping it off. However, these wheels are fairly straightforward, so we should be okay just to give it one even coating before we wipe it off. And I'm not applying much pressure, and there's plenty of product on the pad itself, just to give us a nice, thin, even film. once you think it's applied, it's ready for a wipe down. Now, when you wipe it, you want to get a nice clean microfiber, and applying very little pressure, just wipe off any excess product and get it into a nice thin even film using hardly any pressure at all, just to make sure there's even coverage. And I'm literally just using the weight of the cloth to go over the ceramic coating. It's important to get this level now, because if you let this dry, it will need to be machine polished off. You can't just literally use any sort of chemicals to get this off. Now, once you've applied it, you need to get a torch just to make sure that you haven't got any high spots. High spots are any areas that you've got too much product, because when that dries, it will dry into a dark patch. And again, as I say, you won't be able to wipe that away. That will need machine polishing off. So inspecting it just to make sure there's no high spots is well worth it at this stage. And we seem to be okay. So now, you'll need to leave this for 24 hours. Do not let this come into contact with water or excess heat. After 24 hours, your car will be ready to drive. So, going forward, to maintain your ceramic coat, next time you wash your wheel, you need to actually apply a top layer, something to boost the coating. And what we would use is CarPro Reload. As it says, it's a silica sealant spray. It contains 5% SiO2, so ceramic coating, and it will just top up the ceramic coating that you have on your wheel to make sure it lasts. With proper maintenance using CarPro Reload, the ceramic coating that we've used today, Gyeon Rim, will last about 12 months. Also, as a final step, what I'd recommend you do is wait 24 hours before doing this. But just to finish off the video, we're going to use some AutoFinesse satin tyre dressing just to finish off the wheel, to give it a lovely satin finish. This product is layerable, so if you like a glossier finish, you can actually apply more coats to give you that glossy finish, but we like the satin effect, so we'll just apply some of that now. All you need to do, even though this pad looks dirty, it's actually clean, it's just stained from previous use. Apply a small amount of product to a pad. And apply it directly to your tyre. Now, if you have any excess, you can just wipe it off using the microfiber towel. There you go. So, if you like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, make sure you press the bell icon to get alerts for future videos, and make sure you follow us on Instagram. Thanks for watching, see you on the next video.